back to Speak Candidly. Here's Brandy and Adam.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Speak Candidly. I am Brandy, and this is Adam, and this is where we speak candidly about everything and anything.
How you doing, beautiful?
I'm good today. It's a really good day, because I know that when we drop this episode, you and I'll be jet-setting.
Yeah, we're taking a little trip across the pond, and so this week,
Yep, 3 big cities in a week or so.
3 cities, and so when this episode drops, we will be over in Europe enjoying ourselves. So we decided that we were going to have an episode where we talked about some of the other places where we have always wanted to visit, and maybe start planning for our next trip.
Yes, yeah, our ever expanding bucket list, even though it should be shrinking at this point, but it's not.
It's not. It's more and more places. Now, the cool thing about this was, this isn't just like a top 10 list.
Mm-hmm.
We actually did this draft style.
Yes.
Where we went through and we picked a place that then the other person could not pick.
Right.
So it was trying to get some of the places before, we knew that the other person wanted to go, trying to get that one on our list while we could.
Exactly. Although I guarantee you that there's going to be at least one on your list that is never going to be on my list.
I think that's where we're going to start.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So the first one on my list is Australia.
Listen, we've talked about this so many times because you and a few of the kids, not all of them, but a few of them really want to go to Australia. And I am so apprehensive about the spiders and everything that lives in Australia that is just deadly, because that's where everything deadly lives, and they have a spider season that covers everything, and like the spiders are like, they're as big as our cats.
Yeah.
And they live in people's houses like it's no big deal. That's a big deal to me. I can't handle that. Like, I will go because I love you guys, but I'll probably die there. You know that, right?
She is notorious for saying that everything in Australia can kill you.
Yes.
And honestly, you're not
again.
too far off.
Because again.
To be honest. So, but for me, Australia, it's gorgeous. It's the outback.
Yeah.
There's so many beautiful things. And part of that is just the wildlife and all of the cool animals, the kangaroos, the massive spiders, all of those types of things, kind of play into it. It's a very unique culture.
Yes.
And one, like you said, me and quite a few of the kids, would love to go see. So that one was, I took that one because I knew that was never going to make your list.
No way.
So
I'm never going to just go by myself, be like, hey, let me go to Australia.
Right. So I took the hit on that one and put that one as my first. What do you have as yours?
So my first, I did the entire country of Greece because when I was trying to do this, there's not just one spot that I want to go to in Greece. There's just so much history and architecture and just amazing, beautiful islands. And I mean, like, there's just so much about it that just looks amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, Greece is that would definitely be on my list as well. I know, there's been economic issues that they've had recently.
I think that their tourism is always booming, just like everywhere, though.
Right. But it's, you mix in everything that they have, just the landscape, just, being so beautiful, the food, the people, everything. It's definitely, that would have made my list. Absolutely.
Definitely. Can't wait till when to go there.
Yeah, we'll put that one on. All right, now next I have on my list, and this one I knew I had to snake early because I knew this would have made your list as well. Cairo, Egypt.
Yeah, you snaked that one.
Yeah.
Of course. Like, the pyramids are, like this is the basis of what we consider modern society, right? Like, this is when they were starting to truly think as societies, to think beyond their actual existence to a future society, right? The way that they built things and they worshiped things and just invented things. And there's just so much intrigue and mystery and history. And that, of course, is right up our alley.
I mean, the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world that's still standing. And I think, both you and I, from when we started dating, it was very clear that that was a bucket list item for the both of us. So
Absolutely.
if there is a day that we can stand in front of the pyramids,
Mhm.
that's a dream come true for me.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Good choice. Very good choice. The next one for me is Venice.
Oh, Venice.
So, the culture,
Mhm.
the architecture,
Mhm.
the unique ability to maneuver in boats constantly is just romantic to me. Um, the history of the art, the thinking of the way that the Renaissance came about. There's just so much there. There's so much.
When you think of romantic cities, I think Venice and Paris are in a tier all their own.
Yes.
Those two are by far the most romantic cities on the planet. So if you and I can have a little romantic getaway to Venice one day, hell yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely.
Next on my list is Dublin, Ireland,
Oh, good
the
one.
home of Guinness.
Good one. Very good one. Absolutely. Well, Ireland, anything Ireland. I would love to do a tour of Ireland. First castles, the landscape, and then the Celtic stuff. Stonehenge is, like supposedly Celtic.
Right.
And I know that isn't in Ireland, but I'm just referencing it because of the cultural thing. But there's just so much there, and just even if you think about the way that there are places even in Ireland that you can go where there's Roman history because of the expansion of Roman society. There's so much about it. Plus I want to see fairies and I want to see leprechauns.
So we're doing drugs in Ireland? Is that what you're telling me?
No,
Oh, okay.
supposedly they're real.
Supposedly they're real.
Every person in Ireland will tell you that fairies are real.
We're doing drugs in Ireland, everybody. For me, it's everything. It's the culture of the people.
Mhm.
I joke about, the home of Guinness, but they take their drinking seriously, and
Mhm.
Guinness is my favorite beer. So I would
Yes.
love to, I like their food.
Yes.
I know it's not for everybody. It's not a place where you would say, where do you want to go to eat?
Mhm.
People generally would not choose Ireland. I like Irish food.
Yes.
And so to go over there and experience it firsthand, I think so. But like you said, just, the culture, the beauty of, the castles and no snakes.
And no snakes.
So, yeah. Yeah, Dublin is definitely
Yeah.
a premier pick.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. I like that one. Good choice. So for me, I put the next one for me. I did Germany.
Nowhere specific in Germany, just Germany?
No, because there's so many amazing places that I would love to.
There really are, yeah.
To just go explore Germany. To do something where you're just kind of touring the entire country.
Right.
So you can hit every aspect of it.
Right.
That would be really cool to do. Because there's just so much history there, Plus the Black Forest and the food and the spirits and again, history and architecture and all of it.
Yeah, good people, good architecture, beautiful architecture.
Yeah.
Just, beautiful country, beer, lots of beer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all on board with Germany.
Awesome. Can't wait to do that one day.
Yeah.
Plus, we have a kid that actually speaks German.
Okay.
And they really want to go to Germany. That's their bucket list. So.
Okay. So maybe we'll do that one as a family one.
Yeah, probably.
And then we can all get drunk together. All right. Next on my list is India.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That I would absolutely love to do for spiritual reasons. Like that country and the Hindus and Buddhism and just I just experience the culture and everything that they are as people, and I really would love to do that. I would absolutely love to do that.
I work in tech, and so I have a lot of colleagues who are Indian, both colleagues who have come over from India and live here, as well as colleagues who work over there. One of my teams is actually over in India. I interact with every day.
Right.
And I can't tell you how many times I've had invitations to come over. I was invited to a wedding once, which I really, really, really wish I had gone to that wedding, because I think an Indian wedding is a bucket list item all on its own.
Oh, I bet.
But
Like it's a couple days. Am I correct?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like it's huge.
it's massive.
Yeah.
Yes, it is an
That would be
event.
so
It is not
cool.
just a singular day event. Like, it is a week-long, multi-day event.
The thing I love about you and what we share in common
Yeah.
is like we look at cultural things like that and we're like, that looks so amazing.
Yeah.
I want to experience that.
Yeah.
And I love that. So I'm right there with you.
Do you know when I would love to go to India?
Hmm.
During Diwali.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That would be so amazing.
Festival of Lights.
Yes.
Like, I enjoy that. We have Diwali parties, like, in our office.
Yeah.
And first of all, everybody comes and gets dressed up,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's beautiful. The colors,
Yes.
right? Everything. It's amazing. But the food is incredible.
Yes.
So if we go, or I should say when we go, let's make that a thing.
Okay.
When we go, let's try to make it around Diwali, because I would love to experience Diwali
Absolutely.
in India.
Absolutely.
Okay?
That's plan.
Cool.
We'll make that a plan.
What's next?
So for me,
Mhm.
this is a bucket list that I know we're never going to be able to fulfill just because the political landscape of the world. St. Petersburg, Russia.
Yes, definitely.
So two cultures that impacted me in my teenage years that just I've just fell in love with was Russia's history and culture prior to their communism, and just the story of the Romanovs. You know, it was very romanticized to me, and the whole mystery of if they when I learned of it, if they really truly all perished when they were captured during the Bolshevik Revolution. And
Spoiler, they did.
unfortunately, we do that. We do know that now.
Right.
But just everything about the culture and the architecture, and it's so intriguing to me, and it's so colorful. And when I was younger, I also took a Russian films course just as a filler class, and I ended up falling in love with it. I couldn't understand a word that any of the movies, but it was amazing. And I think that the unfortunate political crap that they go through takes away from the ability of the rest of the world to see how truly awesome, that country is.
Right, right.
And I hope for the sake of the people and the sake of their history that one day they don't have to keep going through what they're going through.
Yeah.
But I would love to go there. I would love to see that.
I would love to go there in the summer. I do not. It feels right now, it feels like Siberia outside here. So I do not want to be in Russia during the winter.
No.
But yeah, I agree. It's politically, it's, not likely that we'll be able to go in our lifetime.
Yeah.
But it's one I would love to go. Now, you picked St. Petersburg?
I picked
right?
St. Petersburg specifically for the architecture there.
Yeah.
Just the amazing buildings. Every time that you've ever read a book about St. Petersburg, any history about it, and you just see these beautiful, cathedrals that they have, and just it's just so beautiful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's one I would love to go to. We probably won't be able to, but if the opportunity ever presents itself,
absolutely.
I say we do it.
You got it.
All right. Now, I got a little bit of a curveball in here. Teotihuacan, Mexico.
I would absolutely. So this one's Aztec, correct?
This one's Aztec, yes.
So I am in a few months going to be going to some Mayan ruins.
Without me.
Not my fault. So I'm doing a besties trip, and just taking my bestie on a trip, and I will think of you, and I love you, and I wish you were going to, but it's just a besties trip, so I'm sorry. But anyway, so yeah, absolutely would love to do that, because again, very much like Egypt, you have these societies that built these amazing pyramids,
right.
These structures that it just what they were and who they were and the societies that they built and the things that they were able to accomplish in their lifetime. We're all still in so much awe of these people.
Yeah.
And to experience that and to actually go and see these things, to me, that is something that, you just cannot put a word to describe that what that fulfills in you. You know what I mean? When you really love these kinds of things. So
Yeah.
absolutely.
Anything Aztec, anything Mayan,
Yes.
those are bucket list items for the both of us.
Yes.
So I was going through and I was like, if there's a lot of other places I would love to visit, but if I could be in Teotihuacan,
Yes.
checking out the Aztec pyramids there, I think that would be dope.
Wouldn't it?
Well, maybe I will go with my buddy Giorgio Tsoukalos.
You do that.
I will.
You do that.
I will do that. We'll have a besties trip. All right, what's next on your list?
So this is purely spiritual for me. I would love to go to Sri Lanka.
Okay, not one that I would have had on my list, but that's one I will definitely accompany.
Yes. Yeah.
What about Sri Lanka?
It is a spiritual journey
Yeah.
that I just feel like would be very opening,
Okay.
personal level. So
Okay.
definitely want to go there.
I'm on board. Don't gotta tell me twice. All right. Well, next on my list, I have Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, absolutely. Anything Japan, honestly. Like, I mean, within reason. Don't want to go too near where the nuclear power plant melted down, but
Fukushima, yeah.
yeah. But the culture, the people, like to me, they get it right when it comes to how they treat their society, and that means a lot. I know that they're not a rich country, but they do very well for themselves. And I think that that's because of their moral code, and the landscape is so amazing. The history is so amazing, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for being such a small little set of islands,
Yeah.
the cultural impact that they have had on the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one there is no miss.
No.
Right? Especially, Tokyo. The architecture is modern,
Mm-hmm.
but rivals anything else around the world. Like, it's gorgeous. Their people, their culture, their food, everything is top tier.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to experience all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So Tokyo, yeah, Japan in general, I would love to, go around Japan.
Yeah.
But I would love to come into Tokyo and experience Tokyo for a few days.
You ready for my next one?
Let's do it.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Love it.
So when I'm talking about when I was a teenager and the two different cultures, China was the second culture that I fell in love with during their dynasties specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole point of me wanting to go to Hong Kong is because I want to go to the Forbidden City.
Right.
I want to experience that history and that part of their culture that to me was so many different things, the warriors stories that they have, and the way that their society was, there's just something about it that's so intriguing to me during those time periods. I'm not really interested in anything postmodern, really. But the history of the country, absolutely. I want to go see the Great Wall. Some of these stories of these dynasties and these battles and the heroes that came out of them and the way that they fought and what they believed in, and it's just so beautiful.
Right.
So yes, absolutely. That is on my list.
That's another one. You don't gotta ask me twice. You ever want to go to Hong Kong? I'm on board. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Give me the next one.
All right, next is one that as this video is dropping, we are probably there, and that is Paris, France.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. So first of all, like I love art, and I've always been obsessed with art. I've always been artistic. So to be able to go to Paris,
mm-hmm.
to be in the city where is the hub of so many respected historical artists that's where they started, where they flourished, and to walk in the same streets that they were in and to experience that culture, and the history of Paris and the romanticism of Paris, with you. It's going to be amazing.
I just want to make out with you in Paris.
We're gonna. Don't worry. We're gonna.
Yeah. I mean, what what more beautiful city can you ask for
Yeah.
than Paris, France?
Yeah.
Just everything about it is, romantic and beautiful, and their food. I can't wait for that food.
I know.
Especially we'll be coming from London, man. Like that food is gonna hit even harder. Okay.
Yeah.
It's that's one I'm really looking forward to.
Definitely. Definitely. That's a good one. I'm so happy that we're going there. The next one for me is the Galapagos Islands.
Yes.
So there's something inside of me that just wants to go where Darwin spent all of his time thinking about evolution and just be with all these amazing, unique animals and this beautiful part of the world that is just, to me, paradise.
So this is one that when you drafted it onto the list. Now, I had been looking at lists of, the top places to visit, top countries, top cities.
Yeah.
And Galapagos Islands was not on any of the lists.
I can see that.
And so when you said it, it was one of those like, oh, damn. I would have loved to have had that on my list because, yes, I mean, just the opportunity to go and just play with animals that don't exist on the rest of the face of the earth.
I know, right?
That's just worth it right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll go.
I'm definitely in on that one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next, Barcelona, Spain. Now, I went back and forth. I had Madrid, Barcelona. You and I have both been to Madrid separately. We love it. It's one of our favorite places on the face of the earth.
Absolutely.
But we'd also been there.
Right.
So I wanted to pick something a little bit different. And Barcelona, which, beach city, it's, I could not have said no.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, the Spanish culture is just, it's peaceful. And I love it. I loved it over there so much. The siesta, everything shuts down in the middle of the afternoon, and it's a different speed of life.
Yeah.
And it just has felt relaxing, I really enjoyed it over there. So yes, I would absolutely do Barcelona.
Yeah, if you're not familiar, siesta is a thing over in Spain that they do where in the middle of the day they just shut everything down for a couple of hours. So if you're at work, you just leave work. And if you want to go take a nap, if you want to go have some lunch, if whatever, just everything shuts down for a couple of hours in the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a different speed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, you feel like a better person in that speed rather than just the fast-paced rat race that we live in.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it. And I went when I was a teenager, and I spent a summer over there.
Yeah.
As part of like a student exchange program.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was over there when the World Cup was over here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to experience what their love for soccer was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when I tell you they played Germany, now you're talking a massive metropolis of a city is Madrid, right?
Mm-hmm.
The entire city was quiet. Nobody was driving around. Nobody was out. Everybody was at home watching that damn game.
Yeah.
And when Spain scored a goal, now I think Germany ultimately won that game if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But when Spain scored their first goal, you just heard the entire city just erupt. And it was like surreal. I could not. And like, we were in an apartment complex, the family that I was with.
Yeah.
It's in this really cool apartment complex. And you just saw people like pour out and just running around the courtyard in the back.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I have been a sports fan my entire life. We think that we're fanatics. When I tell you, we don't hold a candle to European soccer fans.
Yeah.
It is a religion over there.
That's what we were told. Yeah. That it's a religion over there. And in Madrid, they have 2 separate water fountains because they have 2 different soccer teams in Madrid. And they each have their celebratory fountain.
Yeah. Yeah. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was coming in to Madrid the first night and they were driving me around the city, there was a statue whose head had been pulled off. right?
And it was probably like thousands of years old,
It
correct?
was like, yeah, it was like 2,000 years old.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, last weekend there was a soccer match where, they ended up pulling the head off of it. And I was like, oh, like getting the losing team. And they're like, oh, no, it was the winning team. It was the fans from the winning team that pulled the head off of this
Yeah.
2,000-year-old statue.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm in for something here.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's Madrid.
Yeah.
But just the Spanish culture is great, and
Yes.
I figured I would put Barcelona on my list
Oh,
because
absolutely.
it's different.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the New York to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
In the same country, kind of the same culture, but very different as well.
Absolutely.
So Barcelona is on mine.
Great. Can't wait. Next one for me,
Mhm.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu, yes.
Again, just to go experience a cultural civilization that is so ancient and so mysterious and just amazing. And I know that this is going to be a difficult thing for me because I have such fear of heights.
Right.
And you have to get up these gigantic mountains to get there. But
I'll carry
I
you.
would definitely push past my fear to go do something like this.
Don't worry, babe. I'll carry you up.
It's like that tower in Portugal that I went up that I literally thought I was gonna die. Same thing. I'll do it for history.
Yeah, again, that's another one it's just the historical aspect of it. And I geek out just thinking about it even.
It's, again, one of those places that we could watch a million different documentaries on because
Right.
we're just so interested in everything that it is. So.
Yeah, in love with that
Yes.
aspect of it. So yeah, I'm on board with that one, absolutely. All right, next on my list is Amsterdam, Netherlands.
We have a friend who has gone a couple of times, and every time that he and his wife post pictures, I get so jealous because it just looks so beautiful and so much fun. So I can't wait. I would love to do that.
It's another European city,
Mhm.
beautiful architecture,
Mhm.
wonderful people,
Yes.
just good food, everything about it, is something that resonates. So I would love to. Now, I don't know if I would want to go spend like a whole week,
Mhm.
but it's definitely a city that I would want to spend,
Yeah.
a couple days in.
We could do like a weekend.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah,
good.
we'll do a whole tour of, Europe. We'll hit a couple of these that are on the list.
Another tour.
Another tour.
I'm up for it.
Okay.
The next one for me is Budapest.
Budapest.
So maybe when we go to Amsterdam, we can include the Budapest in that tour.
Sure.
Because it's not that far.
Okay.
So we could probably definitely pull that off.
What about Budapest?
There's just something about I've learned about the underground tunnels recently, not too long ago in Budapest, and
Okay.
how the city is actually sinking because of the intricate canals that it's basically like a whole other city underneath the city, historically. And I want to go experience that. But also just because every time that I've seen anything on Budapest, it just looks so beautiful. I just want to go experience it.
So it's like the New Orleans of Europe.
I guess I don't know, maybe.
Well, if it's sinking.
I guess, yeah, in a way.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but not for the same reasons.
So again, that's one of those where it probably wouldn't have made my list,
Mhm.
but you mentioned it, and okay, let's
Yeah.
do it. I'm on board.
Awesome.
Gotta twist my arm too much. All right, I have for my final one on here, I have China. Now, I have Shanghai, I put it on there, but honestly, I would love to just spend, we could spend a month in China. There's
Really
just so
could.
much to do.
Yes.
If you talk about culture,
Mm-hmm.
there is no greater culture, no greater history on the face of the planet
Mm-hmm.
than China.
Yeah.
And so I would just love to go over there. And again, there's political implications. We're Americans. It's not always feasible for Americans to be over there.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of things are starting to open up politically. I think they're starting to come around to a lot of things. And hopefully within the next 10 to 20 years, we'll be in a place where we can do that because, see the Great Wall, to see, just so much of what they have there would
Yeah.
just be a dream come true.
I agree with that. 100%. It's funny because, like I've told you before, it's just one of those cultures that when I started learning things about their society, I was very drawn to it. So absolutely would go there with you.
Okay. What's the last one on your list? Rome.
And we are going to be there.
We will, when this drops, we will probably be in between Paris and Rome.
I want to say that we're going to be there for my birthday.
In Rome on your birthday?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is just, I'm ecstatic. I'm so ecstatic because the history, obviously, the Colosseum.
The food.
The food. We're doing a food tour. I booked a food tour.
Goddamn right we are.
If I don't gain at least 10 pounds, I failed at something. So, but just everything about the city. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely do a piece when we get back to highlight the trip and the things that we loved and experienced and share it with everybody.
And what we ate.
Because
of the food.
Of course.
Now, I'm a Jersey Italian, which is to say not a real Italian, really. But if there is one thing that I am absolutely excited for on this trip, and there's a lot of things that I'm really, really super excited for on this trip.
Yeah.
It is the food in Rome.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to everything in Rome.
Yes.
But to finally eat some true Italian food is it's a dream come true, man.
There's so much. There's just so much, and I can't wait to experience it with you.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be fun.
So that's our list. That was it
That was our list.
for now. So it's always evolving. So it's always growing.
Yeah, there's other places I'm sure that will,
Absolutely.
especially once we cross a few of these off, we'll add other places on. But overall, I'm looking forward to, checking some of these off with you.
Absolutely. So let us know about your lists. Where do you want to go? What do you want to see? What intrigues you? What do you like to do when you visit places? We want to hear from you. Let us know. Drop a comment,
What food do you want to eat around the world?
Definitely.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of that really helps us out. You can find us on all of the major podcasting platforms. And as always, until next time.
Bye, everybody.